Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'll be showing you to fix the issue where your Bluetooth speaker is connected to the TV but there's no sound. Alright guys, so if you have one of these Bluetooth speakers, as you can see mine is connected. It doesn't matter what yours is or what it looks like. If you're having problems where sound once played from the speaker with the TV but all of a sudden it stopped, here's what you do. Alright, so this is a LG TV. I'll start with the LG TV and I'll cover all the major TVs. That includes Android, TCL TVs, and of course Samsung TVs. Alright, so we'll cover everything. Alright, so let's get straight into it. Now, first of all, one of the things I highly recommend is to save yourself a lot of time. The most effective tip is to go ahead, get your remote. Alright, and you're going to power off the TV. I'm not going to do it to this one. So go ahead and power off your TV completely. You're going to unplug it from the wall, plug it back in. And of course, once you do, you're going to power back up. Do the same for the Bluetooth speaker. Go ahead, find your power button and go ahead and power off and power back on. Okay, if you do that, most times it should reconnect. Alright, and if it doesn't, go ahead and go into your TV settings and try to reconnect. Alright, if it's still no sound, then do this. Go ahead and try to turn up the Bluetooth speakers. As you can see here, with my speakers, it's showing the Bluetooth. And of course, you can adjust the levels if it's too low. For example, if it was on mute, go ahead and turn it up. Sometimes that is the issue. Now it sounds simple, but go ahead, do not rule anything out. Go ahead and press the volume up button. On this one, it's a plus and a minus. So of course we can turn it up or turn it down. So in this case, try to turn it up. Alright. If that doesn't work, the next thing you're going to do guys is to go into your settings. So on this TV, I'm going to hit the gear icon on the remote. Alright, LGs are a little bit different, so I'll start with this one. So you're going to go down, select settings. Alright, next go to sound. And even if your interface is a little bit different, this is a WebOS TV, but it should be similar. Now notice where it says sound, it says Bluetooth out, right? And it says Bluetooth device, sound out, Bluetooth device. Now right here, you're gonna go ahead and this is a very important setting. Make sure that your speakers are set to use TV speakers. Or should I say, make sure it's not set to use TV speakers. If it's set to the wrong settings, for example, use TV speakers, then that would be wrong. So make sure it's set correctly. Notice it says here now, Bluetooth device. All right, so you know which device is being used. So it should not be using TV speakers, I should say. So if I tap on use TV speakers, notice it says TV speakers. All right. So depending on what's happening with your TV, check to see if it's set to Bluetooth speakers. Right now it's using the TV speakers. So to switch back to Bluetooth, go here, go down to use wireless speaker, select Bluetooth. Okay, now you notice it says Bluetooth speakers. Sometimes that might be switched off, and that's why the problem is happening. Another thing to do is to pair and unpair the speakers. All right, so depending on the situation, go ahead and select Bluetooth speakers. I'm going to select this particular one. All right, so I'm going to go here. Notice I'm not on the option, I'm now on the dots. Select the dots. Notice it says speaker connected. All right, it says one device. Go here. Notice it says S7-1. That's my speaker from earlier. Go ahead and select. Notice it says delete device or disconnect. All right, first try to disconnect, for example, and confirm. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to say no. It's going to disconnect. Then you're going to come back and select connect device. If that fails, go ahead and delete device, meaning you're going to totally unpair. Then you're going to repair the device. Your device is going to go back into discovery mode where it's searching. And then, of course, you're going to reselect the Bluetooth device through the menu here. From here, And of course, once you do that to Bluetooth device from here, it's going to use the speakers again. So that's your other option. All right, if your TV has a option to reset network or network settings, you may want to try that as well. So we're gonna go back, go to general, and you're gonna search for your system options, and you're gonna search for where it says reset. Notice here it says reset to initial settings. Now do not worry, this will not delete the data on the TV. You can read the description. It will only reset everything back to its default. Only do this if you're comfortable with losing your customizations. So it will set back everything to normal. In some cases, that's what you have to do to get the TV to get back into a situation where it's actually working and it can connect to the Bluetooth. Again, it might be the TV is having hardware issues or the device you're using. So again, try to make sure that the Bluetooth speaker is working. Try connecting it to a phone. If not a phone, try connecting it to another TV. And if it's working, which is the Bluetooth speaker, it might be that this TV is the issue or your TV. So therefore, I suggest in a case like that, you get it looked at or repaired if possible. All right. So if you try all of those, you should be good. Now I'm going to switch over to another brand TV, such as the TCL TV or Google TV, same as Android. Alright guys, if you're on one of these TVs, a TCL Google TV, the settings might be a little bit different. Alright, so here's what you do. Alright, to find the Bluetooth settings, go ahead. Go into your all settings. Next, go to system. Okay, sorry about that, it's not system. Go back. You're gonna go to remote and accessories. Alright, notice Bluetooth is on. Make sure that the device is actually connected. So here's the device. Alright, so it's connected. So again, in these devices like Android, you can pair and unpair. So pair and then repair. Alright, or you could disconnect and then reconnect. So try that, similar to the LG TV. Alright. Make sure it says connected there. Also check your sound settings to see if you have any customizations. Next, you're gonna go to system this time. Alright, so we're actually gonna go to system this time. You're gonna search for system sound. And look out for any customization. Make sure that these settings are set appropriately. These are mainly the sounds that come from your TV, but just in case, go ahead and make sure they're on a reasonable level, at least medium or so on. All right, so sometimes what's gonna happen is that the Android TV system or Google TV doesn't have as much details or customization as the LG. Next, I'm gonna go to the Samsung. All right, guys, so the Samsung is a little bit different again. So one, make sure that you get your remote, and on the Samsung, navigate over to your settings. All right, you're gonna go to your all settings. All right, you're gonna go to connections and you're gonna check Bluetooth devices. All right, you notice it says pair there on the S7-1, that's my speakers here. Make sure they're actually paired and make sure they're connected. Especially if you see a device blinking in blue, it would mean that it's in pair mode and it's not connected. So here I'm going to make sure it's connected. And notice it says connect or unpair. Make sure it's connected. And if anything, if it's actually connected, unpair, then repair afresh. That could fix the problem. So here I'm going to hit connect.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Alright, so you see it was unpaired in this case, and if you could just pair and unpair it as well, it could solve, get the sound to work again in some cases. Alright, if that's not the problem, or that's not done, you can go up, you can go to sound and sound output. Notice it's set here to the S7-1. Now imagine if it was set similar with the LG TV to something else. For example, if it was set to the TV speakers, you would get no sound. All right, if you were connected to if you're connected to anything else that, for example, is not here or not connected or not there, it might be that it's on an inactive sound device. Some TVs will allow you to select an inactive sound device, and when that happens, what happens is that it will be on that inactive device that's not connected and you'll hear no sound. That also happens to the LG TV, but of course with the Samsungs, as you see here, make sure that the right one is selected, which is the speakers right there. Make sure they're connected and it's selected. All right, so I'm going to go back and you'll know it's connected because it will indicate it right here. All right, now that's it for sound settings. Just in case if it's a setting that's messing with the speakers, you can reset them. So you can go in expert settings, you can search around, and you should have the option under some profiles to reset sound. If you can't reset sound, as in the case here, go back, and where the sound profile is, and the same on the LG TVs, you're going to change the sound profile to be able to edit it. So let me see here. So the sound profile, if I go back, in some cases to properly select the right sound mode, you'll have to go back to normal speakers, then change the sound mode, and then try again. All right, notice I've switched back to TV speakers, and here I can edit sound mode. So if I do it here, notice you can try either one of these, either amplify or adaptive sound. So for example, I could hit amplify, then I would go back here, change back to the external speakers, close, and of course see if you can go back into expert settings and check to see if you can reset the settings. If it doesn't allow you to reset it while the speakers are connected, then you would have to attempt to do so while it's set to the normal TV speakers. So go back to TV speakers. Here we are on TV speakers. Then you'd have to keep on TV speakers for a while. There you go. You'd have to reset the sound. So reset sound back to the defaults, and once you do, switch back over to the Bluetooth speakers once more. And then try the sound. Alright guys, I think I've exhausted the topic. So of course, one of those should work. And of course, if you have direct questions, you can ask them below. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye.